Alright, so in this video we're just going to go ahead and review a few things that we've learned about logarithms so far, and then we're going to practice some condensing and expanding, which is the topic that was 11.3. So this is actually part 2 video. Okay, so first thing, let's just review. A logarithm is an exponent, so if I wanted to change, remember a base raised to an exponent is the answer. So the base to the exponent is the answer. Or again, we have a log base, so log base b of a gives you x. So remember that wraparound to get there. So we also have our inverse properties. So quick refresher, that's something raised to a log of the same base a of, let's say, b is just going to be b, because the inverse properties give us that when we change it into exponential form or logarithmic form. Our other one was log base a of the same number raised to some exponent. Again, same base is actually just 1. B comes down as an exponent, so we just get b. Okay, so we have our product rule. Well, that's the product of logs. So remember, if you have log, and I'm just going to use base 10 here, of m times n, then that's the same thing as saying log of m plus log of n. Remember, addition and products go together. Our quotient rule, similarly, we're going to do log of two quotients, so division becomes subtraction. So log of m minus log of n. Remember, the divisor goes second. Now, this shouldn't actually say product. This should say power on your sheet. So power rule, that's if we're taking log of some number raised to an exponent. Kind of already mentioned this back here in this inverse property. Is that exponent just comes on down, and it's an n times the logarithm of m. Alright, two other key properties here. Again, that inverse property equals 1. Now, log of anything of 1 equals 0. So if I do log base 5 of 1, that's 0. Log base 12 of 1, that's 0. Same thing as natural log of 1. That's going to be 0 as well. Alright, those two formulas, let's review. Set number of times, that's where we're using annually, yearly, all of those fun things. So that's our A equals P, the principal amount, initial, times 1 plus the rate divided by the amount of times compounded, raised the amount of times the time. Remember, time is always in years. Compound continuously, that's our A equals PERT formula, or principal times E raised to the rate times time. Alright, so that's just kind of a general review of properties. This is going to come in handy for 11.4, which you're learning next. So let's go and condense and expand. So condensing. Again, first thing I see right here is addition. So I'm thinking a product. So let's turn that into a product. Natural log of square root of 3 times square root of 4. Well, that's the natural log of the square root of 12. Bring down minus natural log of 6. And now I need to subtract. Well, subtraction, that tells me I need the quotient. So I need to divide. So I have the natural log of the square root of 16 divided by, that should be the square root of 12. Whoops. Divided by the square root of 6. Now, since they're both roots, 12 divided by 6 gives me the natural log of the square root of 2. Now, technically, you could also write this as 1/2 natural log of 2, because remember, square root equals to the power of 1/2. So that's another way you could write this, as 1/2 natural log of 2. Alright? Let's go ahead, condense here. So we got subtraction. Again, that tells me I have a quotient going on. So same base, log 2xy divided by x squared. Now, here, we need to reduce. And that's where you have to recall your properties of exponents. If I have a 1 power here and I have a 2 power there, where is it going to end up? It's going to end up in the denominator. This is going to go, and it's going to go down 1. Subtract them. Log of 2y over x. And then that's my final answer there. Alright, so that's condensing. Now let's go ahead and expand some. So expanding, we need to look for products, quotients, and powers. So first, I'm going to look for products. I see in here there's a product. I also see that there's a quotient. So remember, product means I need to add. Quotient means I need to subtract. So let's expand that all out first. So log 5, let's do the product first, of x squared, we'll deal with the power next, plus log 5 of y to the 4th, again, we'll deal with the power later. I'm subtracting the quotient, so log base 5 of z to the 6th power. Now, to finally expand this fully, we need to make sure we bring down those powers. So 2 needs to come down, 4 needs to come down, and 6 needs to come down. So 2 log 5 of x plus 4 log 5 of y minus 6 log 5 of z. And then that is fully expanded. I cannot stretch that anymore. Alright, and let's do this one, and the last one I'm going to have you do on your own. So this one you're going to try, and we're going to do this one together to finish it off. So I see there's a product here, and there's also a product here. So I have all adding going on. So this both tells me I need to add twice. So I have log base 4 of 4 plus log base 4 of w to the 7th plus log base 4 of the square root of x. Now remember that the square root of x here, that can also be written and should be changed to x to the 1/2 power. Oh, sorry, that was off the screen. So you can change that, and you should change it to x to the 1/2. So we see that power. Right here, that is your inverse property. So that tells me 4 of 4, what's left? Well, there's a 1 here, technically, so that goes away, and we have just 1 left. Here, I need to bring down a power, so plus 7 log base 4 of w. And again, that's where rewriting this as x squared, that 1/2 is going to come in handy. Alright, 1/2 log base 4 of x. And then that is fully expanded. That's my answer. Alright, and again, you finish out the last one, and we can talk about that one in class.